Nouns derived from nouns. Nouns derived from nouns. In derivational process, we change one class of speech from other. Let's now look at some changing within the same class of speech. Not all derivational processes change word class. For example, we have king, which is a noun, and we have kingdom, which is also a noun. English has derivational processes that yield nouns with meanings such as small x, female x, inhabitant of x, state of being an x, and devotee of or expert on x. Right? So with the help of one noun, attaching it to the other, we get another noun which has any of these meanings. For example, here are some of the examples of all of them must count as lexical items. So these are all lexical items. So small x, we add let or at or e. For example, we make drop plus let and make it a droplet, book plus let, booklet, cigar plus at cigarette, and dog plus doggy. So female, we add es, the ESS or ein, and we make waitress, princess, and heroine. Similarly, inhabitant of x, we or Ian, Londoner, New Yorker, Texan, Glaswegian. State of being an x, ship or hood. So kingship, the state of being king. Ladyship, motherhood, state of being mother, and priesthood. Similarly, we have devotee of or expert on x, ist or Ian. Contortionist, Marxist, and logician, historian. So we add certain suffix to make certain nouns. With the help of the noun, we make further nouns. If we add let with book, it mean a small book, but it does not mean it does not have anything to do with book. It is simply the size of the book. Simply cigar plus at. It is not small cigar. It's another form. So similarly, we have waitress. We add wait with es, double s. But we don't make writeress. We don't have any such word like writer. So we cannot use all these words with others. So the meaning of these words are unpredictable. We cannot say cigar plus at, it's a small cigar. It has a new name. So many of them have unpredictable meanings. As I just said you, brotherhood means not the state of being a brother, but it's a secret society. So when these suffixes are added to make nouns, sometimes their meanings are unpredictable and we cannot predict their meaning. So I've just said that if there can be waitress, why can't be there writeress? Nouns derived from members of other word class. And it means that we can take two words and we can make a noun. Nouns derived from adjectives and from verbs are extremely numerous. We have a lot of, we just have example. And it should be easy for you to think of many such words in which adjective plus verb form certain nouns. Here are some examples. For example, we have pure and we add a suffix with it and we get purity, equality, ferocity, and sensitivity, right? So with the help of a suffix plus an adjective, we get a noun. Similarly, ness, goodness, good, and we get, which is an adjective, and we get goodness, and tallness, and fierce and fearless, sensitiveness. Similarly, ism and conservatism. Some of these nouns are formed from bases other than the free form of the corresponding adjective. So we do not take adjective, we take the basis of the, for example, just like ferocity, we take feroz, not ferociousness, ferocious, which is adjective. Similarly, conservatism, we do not take conservative, we take conservate, right? The ferocity pattern is fairly general, right? It means that we take the base form feroz. This pattern is general, very common. We can have rapacity and capacity, right? And similarly, we have some other example of dilicious and spacious. We make a noun from them, deliciousness and spaciousness, but not delicity or spacity. The gappiness is a reason for counting all nouns in it has a lexical item. So they are lexical. They become lexical items, so that's why they are different, or we do not find on the same pattern. So we have certain other more numerous suffixes for deriving noun from verbs. For example, hence, perform and performance, ignorance, ignore and ignorance, meant, announce and announcement, and commitment, and ing, paint and painting, sing and singing, and Asian, denounce and denunciation, pronounce and pronunciation, refusal, refuse and refusal, arrive and arrival, and similarly paint and painter, singer, organizer, etc. So with the help of these suffixes, we add verb with them and make noun. The suffixes all have much the same function, forming abstract nouns. So they all, if you look at this, they all become abstract noun, right? Meaning activity or result of X plus ing. They are certainly not freely interchangeable. We have, for example, performance. We add ans with perform and make it performance, but we cannot make a performation. Similarly, we have commit and we make committal. We do not make a commutation, etc. So they are fixes. With some suffixes, we use certain verb. With other, we use certain other verbs. We cannot use every type of suffix with every type of verb. Affixation is most common way in which lexemes are derived in English, but it is not the only way. For example, some non-affixal ways of deriving abstract noun other than conversion, change in the position of the stress. For example, with the help of stress change, for example, these are word class pair in which we have stress on the first syllable in noun and stress on the second syllable in verbs like permit and permit, transfer and transfer, and similarly change in the final consonant. With this final consonant is changed, we have believe, which is a noun, and believe, it's a verb. The final consonant is changed. Proof, noun, prove, verb, and similarly change in vowel sound. So sometimes we change the vowel sounds. For example, song has a verb, sing, in which the internal vowel is changed, and seat from sit. So this class changing process with the help of internal vowel change is minimal in English, like sing and song, seat and sit. However, this is very common in other Semitic languages like Hebrew and Arabic. So this derivational process is found in all languages.